This is Roland from My Good Store in another video. Just something I wanted to go over because I have another me and my sister have another business that we do. Like, we help people with government contracts, and we help you get certifications, like minority certifications, women certifications. That's certifications you need that helps give you points when you go after government contracts. And we help with grants and different stuff if you want to start a non-profit and different things like that. And plus we help with the PPP and EIDL. But one thing what came up, we have encountered a lot of people telling us, oh, if we get them $20,000 grant and different things, because there's a grant that's going on, or people say that the SBA is giving away $20,000, $30,000. The SBA is not giving away money. It is money that you qualify for, whatever you qualify for. That means you have the proof to show it. You have your bank statements shows, like for the $20,000 that people are talking about. That is for people who make over $100,000, $100,000 or over $100,000, and that's depending on if you're the only person, like you're a sole proprietor, or you're independent contractor, or you're sole proprietor or self-employed, and you're the only employee and you made over $100,000, then you would qualify for $20,000. But if you did not make over $100,000 or $100,000, you would not qualify for this $20,000 grant. Like, we have been quoted several people like this not too long ago. Last week, spoke to this lady. She has a non-profit, and she was saying that she didn't generate any income. But we were asking her questions. If you didn't generate any income, how you gonna apply for the PPP? And then she's like, oh, well, thanks for helping me. I'm gonna go with this other young lady who told me I could get $20,000. Oh my goodness. How are you gonna go and get $20,000 and you did not generate any? And this is like several people that, you have to be careful out there. If you have the income, the business income to back up these stuff, well, go ahead. But if you don't, then why are you gonna put yourself in more problems? You might not get arrested, but later on down the line, with SBA being a federal entity and the IRS being a federal entity, they could come connect together, and then you saying you did this to get the PPP funds, and then your income tax says another thing, and then some people haven't even been filing the income tax. Taxes. That's another thing. You have to be paying your taxes, people. So I'm in this Facebook group, and then I saw like a lot of people. See the CARES Act fraud tracker. I guess this law firm is in charge of it, or they either doing the litigation, and they're adding. This was the different, CARES Act relief for this thing that's out there. So they had the EIDL, and then a lot of people confused about SBA. I want SBA. SBA is a federal entity that helps small businesses. They have two relief packages, program. Well, they have two popular ones. I'm sure they have other ones, but two popular ones, which is the EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, and then they have the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. And I didn't even know they have the impact payments. That's the stimulus check. Provider relief, that's for people who are in the medical, because my sister got this because she has a home health care agency. They have the pandemic unemployment assistance, then they have the federal pandemic unemployment assistance. So they had all these things, and then they have I guess these people, I mean, it's like different people's walk of life. When I was reading the different things, like people who are doctors and different things, people who were W-2, and then this is another thing, people who don't even have businesses, they have W-2s. Oh, can I get it? I heard they're giving away, and everybody's come with the same give. Oh, they're giving away. If you are W-2, you do not qualify for EIDL or the PPP. But all you could do is give people advice. At the end of the day, people are grown. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you don't qualify for this. I would not do this if I were you. But you can't force people to do anything. So all these people, I guess they put in their name public. And they come after them. This one for EIDL 41,000, and they give a little summary. But if you want to read the whole thing, and this is Arnold and Porter CARES Act Fraud Tracker. I mean, a lot of people were into this thing, and then they have people from in my place, Florida, different, but it's different places. People live in different places. See, this is where they live, like Oregon, Michigan, California. I mean, this is something. Some people like John's sister was charged with allegedly fraudulently obtaining more than 7.2 million in PPP loan. Sister Nino claimed his New York business Magnifico had 441 employees when mine had a few. Lying about how much employees you have. Is it even worth it? I guess it was worth it for them. So just a heads up. You don't want to be in something like that. And one other client that we have, he's not a client, really, he's like a friend, and he wanted to do the PPP with us, and then come to find out, when I told him, somebody else, he was going for the second draw. He already got a first draw, somebody did it for him. And then when I told him, the person put that you have a $20,000 monthly payroll. He's like, he didn't even know that. That's another thing. When you're a business owner, don't be people. If you're paying for services, make sure the person you make sure the person who's doing services for you, they show you, or they give you paperwork, or you see what they're doing. Don't just go trust people like that. Oh, yeah, I'm paying this person, they're gonna do it. No, you don't know. People are human. Sometimes they mess up. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to do. You can't wholeheartedly think, you're gonna do something for me. You need to show me everything you're doing. I need to know. I need to understand. I might not understand 100%, but I need to understand something. So people, you have a business, people doing taxes for you. You're supposed to know all the taxes that you're supposed to be paying. And when they do, so when that time comes, you say, hey, did you do this? And then you're supposed to have those paperwork, because a lot of times when you're filing for different funding, or you're filing for different programs, they may ask you for your business tax return. They may ask you for your 940, but if you never have them because your tax person never sent them to you, or you have to call them, you have to wait for them to respond to you, no. I had a CPA, the first thing he told me, anything anybody do for you, always make sure you get a copy, or you know what they're doing. That's what he always told me. So that's advice that I could say. So these are different cases, husband and wives, it was like groups of people also. They was doing PPP. There's a lot of PPP, and this economic impact payments. People was fraudulently, cashing counterfeit economic stimulus check. I don't even know how people do that, but I guess people have the time to do different stuff. So I say all this to say, just be careful out there. You're gonna do the PPP. Somebody's doing it for you. Know what the person is putting on your application, because you, at the end of the day, gonna pay for it. You're gonna end up having to pay for it, having to having to, pay that back. And you remember PPP, the EIDL you have to pay back anyway because that's a loan. But the PPP, for it to be forgivable, you have to use it according to the SBA guidelines, which is either you use it within 8 weeks or 24 weeks, and you have to use it 75 or 25 or 60/40. You can't just get the money and then spend it all kind of way and you don't have no proof. Then when the time comes to forgiveness, you may have issues. But just be careful out there. And then plus, if you're doing it by yourself, don't lie. Oh, you know how much comes in to your business. Don't. Oh, you heard people getting $20,000 because you have 100,000. You've never made $100,000 yet. You haven't done that. So don't be putting stuff like that so you could get in problems further down the line. So that was just my little advice. But these are very interesting stories. I went and looked at a lot of them. And it was one of them, I think he was like a rapper in Florida. I went on his Instagram and stuff like that. He got caught up in that. I was like, oh my goodness. But anyway, guys, you be careful out there. The money is there to help because there are people that do need the help. But there are people that are taking advantage too. And then that's why this process of this second, especially if you're doing a second round, if you're doing a second round, you know how long they are taking. I mean, they took forever to approve especially mine and different people that I know, the second draw, because of a lot of different. Some people had it was a breeze, they got their stuff easy, but a lot of people still in this waiting who have applied from January, and we are in March because a lot of fraud been going on. But guys, be careful out there, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.